Hey guys, it's Amy. I'm back today. We are going to talk about the headlines from April 5th, 6th, and 7th. If you're new here, this channel does teach gematria. It is the practice of coding letters into numbers. It is an ancient practice that comes back from the biblical times, and a lot of people don't know about it. It's still being used today. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, and there's three other ciphers. You're going to reduce them, you're going to reverse them, and so each word is going to contain four basic numbers that would coincide with it. And you'll see how every day we lived by a scripted agenda, playing you know, an art of control. This is what they use to do the things that they are doing to us right now, and how they're getting people's minds to convince themselves they're mad at certain things or hurt over certain things and things that people probably would never even think about if it wasn't thrown in their face every day using the mind controls options that they do. And if you ever wonder to yourself, how come every news station reports the same articles? There's a lot of crap happening out here in a lot of different cities, and for some reason, no matter where the news is located, they're all covering the same things. Their articles are all worded the same. And it's almost like AI's writing these articles. There are misspellings in them. Start paying attention. They're worded weird. Like, and that's exactly what it is. These things are planned out ahead of time. And if they need certain things, if they need people to think a certain way to push a certain agenda that's going to benefit them, then that's what you're going to see in your headlines. It's what you're going to see on the news. It's what you're going to see your friends talking about because that's just what they do. And then you're also going to see sick ass rituals just the same, where they're killing off the people that they use to do these agendas, right? They put certain ones in the headlines, and that's what we're getting ready to talk about. So if you're new here, that's basically what's happening, right? So on April 5th, we got a headline about the daughter of Illinois Democrat Chuy Garcia being dead at the age of 28. And she was an adoptive daughter. Her name was Rosa. And right here's your headlines that day. Well, remember I was talking about they all just kind of say the same things every day. So she died on 4/4, which if you're new here, you'll learn 44 is a kill number because kill equals 44 and comedian equals 44. There's a lot of things that equal 44, and you'll see a lot of comedians die like April 4th or 44 days from their birthday or their biggest career here, things like that. But I promise you'll get the hang of it. If you want to know, you'll take the time to know, and that's what I'm here for. I'm trying to teach it to you in the simplest form possible, to show you what's happening. And I promise we talk about the same numbers over and over, guys. It's how history is repeating. So he announces the death of his 28-year-old daughter on April 4th, right? So she's 28. And look, see, I said every word has a four base numbers. You'll see them die at 17, 64. We're going to talk about 64 a lot, I'm sure. I don't even remember half the headlines I've decoded because it's been a few days and there's been so many, but I guarantee you we're going to talk about these numbers a lot. So just stick with me. So we got Rosa killed right here. She's at the age of 28 on April 4th. And there's his tweet. Like, these people are sick with the way that they do things, and it's just so frustrating because you see people getting deceived all the time. Like we have the new app that's coming out, Fed Now, and that was in the headlines, and all of a sudden Bob Lee's dead, and he's the one that helped launch Cash App. So he got stabbed in San Francisco, and that's where the Church of Satan comes from. But they said it was a stabbing attack, so all your headlines reported it as a stabbing attack, which, forward and backwards, A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. This one right here, Z is 1, A is 26. And look, they both equal the same thing. What day was he killed? Same thing as the girl, 4-4. Now, he's dead at the age of 43. And 43 is another one of those numbers we talk about a lot. Killing, Lucifer, Masonic, it's all 43. And look, Cash App and kill. See how they got those same numbers? I said we'll talk about 64 in a minute, and I'm sure. Well, here we are on the very next post. So they killed the Cash App dude in 23. Bob Lee got killed in 23. He got stabbed to death. You know, in San Francisco, where the Church of Satan comes from. And look how they even worded the thing. Officers rendered aid and summoned medics. They summoned the medics. Would they pull some abracadabra bullshit? You know, because that's what this is. Just a dark magic witchcraft. You know, and they even say, so they summoned medics, right, in the Rincon area. They summoned them. They originally called Cash App Square Cash. And look, it's the Freemasonry numbers and the Brotherhood of Death. Like, and look how they did this. This was in the article too, and it said that that was like, you know, that murders were down and it was safe, and it said, or like, well, listen, an uptick of 20% compared to the same time period in, look, 56 homicides, and we know those are those numbers. Coronavirus. Oh, I shouldn't have said that because I'll probably get taken down for medical misinformation. The thingy that we all went through, this was a big number in that. Like, big number in that. Here's the guy that confirmed his death, right? He confirmed his death, and he was age 43 when he got killed. And Cash App also released on October 15th. And in numerology, zeros hold no value, so you remove them. So October 15th would be 10/15. Take the zero out, 115. So we got this dude confirming his death. He's age 43. Cash App released 10/15. Like, these people are sick, man. I'm telling you, like, just sick. So everybody's mad at Kid Rock right now. He's blowing up the Bud Light bottles because of the transgender stuff that's going on, you know, because, you know, that's a big thing they're pushing down the, you know, our throats. What is it? Recession, transgender, Pew Pews in the schools, and take the Pew Pews. And that's pretty much what we're going through, right? Cycle after cycle. It's a Pew Pew, and then it's a trans thing, and then you got a weird sacrifice of a person in Hollywood, you know, in the mix, and it's just an ongoing, never-ending battle with the news every day for your mentality, is what it is. If they had it their way, they would drive you insane every day. So Kid Rock buys cases of Bud Light so he can stand up, I guess, for, you know, that movement right there. So this comes on April 3rd, right? So he posted this to Twitter on April 3rd. We got those same numbers, guys. So on April 3rd, Kid Rock posted a video to Twitter in which he is shown shooting cases of Bud Light. And we actually did a post on the the girl or guy that he's mad about that they put as their spokesperson. Like, so this headline on April 3rd comes 76 days from his birthday. And right there, you know, it's the 93rd day of the year that he does it, 76 days after his birthday. We know that's a big O Jesuit order number, the 201s. So here was the original post before, you know, Kid Rock got all famous for shooting the Bud Light. So Bud Light came out on April 3rd. You can see why. Bud Light, April 3rd, used in the headlines, right? That was also the night of the final game of the March Madness. Look, they even posted at 3:30 a.m. We know 33 degrees of masonry. It was 95 days after Dylan's birthday that this headline came out. That's the dude they're using. See? The trans activist for Bud Light, April 3rd. And they bring him out 95 days after his birthday into the headlines. Right? Those false idols. He's an actress. He's playing a role. You know, playing a role, guys. Playing a role. And people just don't understand what's really happening, like how deep it is. I know everybody's got that feeling, that gut inside them that something ain't right, but you gotta want to know more. You gotta want to know more. So this little dude also died at the age of 18. So he died on March 30th, and he was born on October 21st. There's his name, and that's how many days after his birthday he died. We see this pattern all the time in the headlines. What's the chances that your name, out of four numbers, of how it's spelled in the alphabet in the order that they taught it to us in, what's the chances of damn near every headline death, their name equaling the amount of days that they die after their birthday? If you don't believe me, go back and watch my previous channels. Like, there's documented proof. Go read the blog. Documented proof. 2 years worth almost. Documented proof. Zach's blog has probably 10 years worth of information on it. Like, it's, 76 date numerology. Look, he died on March 30th, right? So March 3, 30th, 30, 20, 23 equals 76. If you add them up. Geometry and math, patterns, 33 degrees of masonry, the builders, like, so much more to the English language than what they taught us, and people don't want to take the time to learn it. So we also got the headline of Lucy Foyt, and she was the wife of Indiana 500. Here's your headlines. So she's dead at the age of 84, and she's dead 79 days from AJ's birthday. So we know that's the murder number. She died on April 5th, so 79 days from his birthday at the age of 84 on April 5th. And there's your date numerology. So you got several different ways of getting to those numbers on date numerology. So we had a double 16 that day, and Lucy died that day. 79 days from her husband's birthday at the age of 84 on April 5th. Like, it's the same numbers over and over. So here's one on April 5th that I said, are these headlines even real? Talking about the way that this crap is coded. And like, would you really even know? Like, when they tell you somebody's missing in Mexico, like, do you really know? Do you ever? And then they just drop them out of the headlines like nothing. And we're expected to believe it, even though we watch them do movies and stuff all the time and create AI, and we sit back and think that what they're telling us in the news is not just like a movie and it's all bullshit. All crazy. Like, so this one, it's a mother to be is found dead in her home and the man gets detained. And that's at 76 date numerology. March 30th again. There's at 33 again. So this is the girl. Says she was born on June 4th. I just said we'd talk about that 6-4 again. So now we got one born on 6-4. There's her name. There's the secret society that helps run the world. She died 67 days from her birthday, which is, I've had this picture right here saved on my blog for a year, and I bet you I've used it so many times. That's why it has a red border around it. None of the rest of them do, because this one is one I've used so much that I had to save it just so I wouldn't have to keep typing this out. That's how much I've used that one. Like, it's a saved block to put in my blog because it happens so many times. So she's dead 67 days from her birthday, and here is the supposed killer, right? Look, there's that 64 again that I told you we talk about in the other ones we talked about. So here's our killer. And what'd he do 67 days from her birthday? He killed her, right? Like they they stamp their they stamp it like you can prove it. Like, so April 6th, we got the headlines that the day that they were, bombing Israel, right? So Israel equals 64. It's April 6th. We got 34 rockets being launched on the day of Passover, right? To celebrate Jesus. Like, do you see this? Like, so let's go back. So on April 6th, Israel, thing, got 34 rockets. This is Passover, the beginning of Passover week, to celebrate Jesus. We got Passover 34, Jesus 34. We got 34 rockets in Israel, which equals 64 on 6/4. And got that kill number again. They're killing people, right? On 6/4. Cutts is another guy in the community, and he went into a museum the other yesterday, and it was, if you get a chance, subscribe to his channel and watch that video because it's like a witch's museum almost. Like it's freaky. You gotta watch it. It's got so much symbolism in it. The website actually has the I province in the corner, and it's at 201. The address is at 201, of course, and then it's only a temporary museum, so it's only going till their last day is the day the Illuminati's birthday. So yeah, it's crazy. But if you get a chance, check out his channel and follow him. He's awesome. So on April 6th, we got Clarence Thomas being shamed in the headlines, right? We know they do a lot of black shaming rituals and things like that for the agenda stuff. So, Clarence has been taking some bribes, right? 201 days. I just talked about the 201, and here we are. I said that one's at the 201, the museum, but that's awesome. So, Clarence Thomas is in the headlines, 201 days from his anniversary of taking office. It's also 79 days from his birthday, and look, there's his name. So we're 79 days from his birthday. See how I said those patterns? It's really weird that people die and hitting the headlines. You know, got a chance of 4 days in the year that you might hit the headlines, and bam, it happens every time if you're making billions of dollars a year to keep quiet and rule the world. He's 74 right now, which we know is a big government number. So there's his name, and we got him in the headlines taking bribes 799 days from his birthday. And look, so it says that he was funded by Harlan Crow. Think about Jim Crow laws. We got the black man being shamed, all right? So now we got funded by Harlan Crow, and then he got uncovered and exposed by ProPublica, right? Look, complete match in all the four numbers. What's the chances, y'all? So we got the black man being shamed by the Crow dude, or taking bribes from the Crow dude, being shamed by the Pro people. We know 113 is a bullshit number, so. Like Supreme Court 174, Number of the Beast 174, Illuminati. Like, when you rise in the ranks, man, you got to do things. What does a judge use? He uses a gavel. Look, complete four cipher match. Spells and spelling. Cursive. Curse. Like, people don't realize so much more to the English language. So we also got the headlines on April 7th about Michigan, right? So we got Michigan coming to the stage for taking bribes on 6/4, so or April 6th. So we can see why it's the House Speaker, and we can see why he's coming from Michigan because it's happening on April 6th. Look, no matter how you write the date, whether it be 4/6 like we do in America or 6/4 like they do everywhere else, you got the pattern. Got the House Speaker from Michigan. He took bribes. We got another one being shamed here, right? Look, more than 110,000, and Skull and Bones is 110. They're all part of a gang, you know? Like, he's making his sacrifice. Fame and fortune comes with sacrifices. Sometimes, and it's not sometimes. It comes with sacrifices along the way, and you will also end up being a sacrifice too. Like, these movies don't lie when they tell you that there's no way out but death, and they throw those little, gangster movies in there. We are literally ran by a sick ass mafia, and they love to use this language that's hidden in the language to do this crap. So we got Bill Hahn dead at age 69. He's dead on the kill date. Well, it's a kill date because we knew that there would be some sort of, killing in the headline on this day because of the 74, so April 7th. There he is. He's dead at the age of 69. He's dead 76 days from his birthday. So he's dead at age 69. These are the people ruling your world. And it's 76 days from his birthday. Same numbers we talk about. And what did he coach? Right there is what he sold his soul for. See how the numbers line up? And these are numbers you'll see all the time. Like all the time. Well, if you can't already tell by just going through a few days worth of headlines. Hey, we got Peeps being in the headlines today. So, do you know why they announced that Peeps are cancerous today? Because it's 7/4. It's April 7th. So, here's your headline. Peeps are addictive. This report actually came out like last month, but they wait till, everybody's already bought their Easter candy and got it in them. So, are they going to give you a refund for all that nasty crap? You shouldn't have been stupid enough to buy that nasty crap. Ain't nothing but pure freaking sugar, man. And cancer causing stuff, right? So we got this guy in the headline. He actually died on April 6th. So here he is, right? So we got S Club 7 star Paul Cattermole dies at age 46. So here's his band. Got that kill number. He's dead on 6/4, and he's dead at the age of 46. Like, you can't make this stuff up, guys, I promise. Like, you just can't make this stuff up. There's no way that it could happen, this this much in the headlines. And him being dead at age 46. Look, I didn't put it in the post, but look here, sacrifice equals 46. So he's dead at age 46 on April 6th. Was he sacrificed? Is that what it was? I mean, like, is he sacrificed at age 46 on 46? On 4/6? Yes. Why? Because of that. That's what he sold his soul for. That fame and fortune. And then he died on the 6th of April. Like, same patterns we talk about all the time, guys, right? Look at this crap right here today. So we all know it's Easter weekend, right? We all know it's Easter weekend. Look at this crappy headline they gave us today. So they're going to tell us they're doing these real life crucifixions. People go up there and voluntarily nail themselves to a cross, right? Look at that. 322. We know that's the number for Skull and Bones. They're known as Order 322. So they give us this headline on April 7th, and they tell us that this is the 34th time that he has done it. Okay, so you didn't tell us about any other time, but when he got to the 34th time, it made headlines, right? On 7/4, on April 7th. And let me show you why. Look at what Jesus equals. Jesus equals 74 and 34. So this is why they told you this time, supposedly. Did he really do it 34 times? So it's 34th time he does it on April 7th to, do the ritual for Jesus. Now, what's the chances, y'all, that's the headline we get? You got Jesus Christ 74, you got Jesus 74. This guy's getting nailed up there for his 34th time on 7/4. And look, the date numerology, 34. So 34 times on April 7th in a ritual for Jesus on a 34 date numerology when Jesus equals 74 and 34. Like, oh yeah, and get this. They tell us he's 62 years old. Sacrifice is 62. So we're celebrating the sacrifice of Jesus. So at the age of 62, it's his 34th time of being nailed to the cross, and he does it on April 7th. Like, and there he is, right? There's the picture they give us, because AI could never make this, right? Look, they even put in there rituals. Good Friday rituals. He was being nailed to the cross during a reenactment of Jesus Christ's sufferings as part of the Good Friday rituals, April 7th. It's rejected by the Catholic Church. Like, are you kidding me? Sick, man. So we all knew in the gematria community today would be a good, day for a government headline, and of course it came about. So we got the leaked Pentagon documents of Ukraine. Ukraine is 47. Today's April 7th. We've talked about that. This is why 47 and 74 is a big government number. And this is also why you celebrate Independence Day on July 4th. This is also why they tell you that Abe Lincoln said 4 score and 7 years ago, because it is all bullshit. Okay? Can't say it no plainer. It's all bullshit. So when you go out there to celebrate Independence Day and all these damn fake holidays that they have, like the one we're living in now, Easter weekend, understand that this is a calendar that was given to us by the Catholic Church, a language that was given to us by the Catholic Church. Washington, D.C. still belongs to the Vatican, but yet it's our freedom, right? And we celebrate our freedom on 7/4, July 4th. And then we are ruled over by government, a president from D.C., which is the authority. They live in the White House, and they got us fighting over Democrats and Republicans. And then they give you Ukraine today with a leaked document. Ooh, 74. Like, you can't make this stuff up, guys. It's time to learn. It's time to accept the fact that we need to learn this. So, you want to see some race agendas today? Watch this. This oil makes headlines, right? Here's your headline: Black women slam white influencers for promoting popular hair oil. Well, what day did it happen? April 7th, yes. So many 47s in the news today. And that's the name of the oil. And then look who they choose. So they tell us this is the girl. Here's her name, Ronella. I'm not going to try to say the last name. So black women, including Ronella. So there was a bunch of black women, but she got chosen to be pictured, right? Looky there, 223 and 79. Synagogue of Satan, 223, 79. Skull and Crossbones, 223. The Society of Jesus equals 79, and I don't know why I blacked it out on accident, but it does equal 79. Like, and then look here. So they choose her among the white people. So here's your black girl. They, out of all the black women, Ronella gets it, the part. And then out of all the white women, this girl gets to be the paid actor. Perfect overmatch, right? About the oil on April 7th to push those, that race hatred, anger, feeling some type of way about somebody else when you didn't before you seen this article. Now you pissed off because you can't go get the oil because they say it's, low stock because the white women are buying it up. You probably never even bought the shit before then. Probably wasn't even running low if you do buy it. And it probably was only off the shelf because they probably didn't order it. Because you know what? The same people that control these headlines control these damn stores. And they knew this headline was coming out. So they knew not to stock the shelf. That way, when you go to the store, it's not there. You automatically think this is the truth. White women don't even know why you're mad. Like, people cannot see the mind control that we have, man. So while we're on the roll with 64, let's go ahead and talk about this chick, right? So we got an entertainment reporter, which is exactly what all the news is, entertainment, like mind control. Guess what age she's dead at? 64. She died on March 30th. We talked about that day a lot today, didn't we? And what's she dead from? Metastatic lung cancer. And they put her in the headlines today. She died March 30th, but she's headline news today, and I'll show you why. Well, we already knew because we knew he was going to have some death in the headlines. But if you'll notice right here, there's that kill code, right? She's dead at age 64. They did it 83 days after her birthday. So even though she died March 30th, they waited to tell you about it today because it was 83 days after her birthday, which is another one of those numbers that we see all the time in headlines. Because murder equals 83 and 38. And it's a number that is coded all over the deaths of Hollywood and people. And then, of course, we're going to end it with this Easter weekend, starting the Easter weekend. We might as well go into it with a Pew Pew, right? Because that's another one of the agendas that they're giving us. And I thought it was kind of weird that it's at the Eye of Palms because it made me think of like Psalms in the Bible. And, that's the sacrifice of Jesus and, weekend that we're celebrating. And now we got Psalms, Palms, like a shooting, 6 people. And if you look at it, look, right there it is. Sacrifice and the Isle of Palms, 46, 170, 62. And here's your character, right? Here's your police chief talking about it, coming from South Carolina, telling you about this blood sacrifice that happened today. Where'd it happen at? It was near this address. So they didn't give us the real address. It just says that's where it was at. It was behind the sea cabins near 1140 Ocean Boulevard. See how they stamp it, their rituals every time, man. Because I'll be back with another one. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good evening.